Hello, welcome back to the loft. In my last video I reviewed my Triton JOF001 router. In this video I'm going to show you the router track adapter, also made by Triton, that I bought to cut the grooving, dado or housings within the top of the new bench build I was currently working on. Contained in the box there are two parts. A steel base that fits onto the quick release pins at the base of the router, and a sliding mechanism that fits onto a track rail. I ensured that it was going to fit my Festool track rail before I bought this kit. The two parts fix together with these steel rods and are held in place with the two orange turn knobs. To adjust a relative large amount of movement, maybe an inch or so side to side, then the orange knobs and the rail would facilitate this. Once the router is mounted onto the rail, then the first thing to do is adjust the orange knobs to make sure that the router base plate just clears the edge of the rail. Once mounted correctly, the fine adjustment is made by releasing this large knob, adjusting the silver wheel which winds in and out the router base to a fine degree, and then retightening the orange and grey knob. It is important to get the router base to sit flush on the workpiece. As you can see on the right hand side of the base plate here, my first couple of passes scuffed up the MDF top. To ensure the sliding mechanism grips the guide rail tightly, there is two adjustment screws here. Okay, so let's look at this in action. So place a guide rail in the approximate place that you want it. Make sure it's square, and here I'm using my bench dog square on my Festool rail and clamping in the opposite end of the rail. Set the cut right, and here I'm using the rail I'm going to inset as the height. Plug in the dust extraction, plunge the router and make the cut. For this cut, the router bit was the exact same dimension as the T-track I was inserting. On the other end of the table, when I was cutting into the table, I need to improvise with a stop. There isn't a stop included in the kit because really the stop would need to be part of the guide rail. So in my case I would need a stop that comes with a Festool rail, or if a non-Festool rail, whichever stop comes with that one. The T-track I chose to use across the front of the bench was wider and deeper, so I had to do this in two passes. So firstly, once I got the position correctly, I made the first cut along the length of the workbench. I released the locking wheel and then, using the fine tuner, dialed in the width. I had a couple of goes of this just to make sure it was absolutely snug, and just moved the fence out ever so slightly each turn. And once I was happy I got the exact width, I could then make the cut right from one end of the bench to the other. And in a nutshell, that's it. Shorter video this week, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you again soon. Bye.